Hello, and welcome to the 8th episode of Something Fell, a YouTube show devoted to Dave Sim's Cerebus, where we're tracking the development of an artist over many, many years, still in the early stages. But first, let's talk about some of the work that we make here. Carl, you want to talk about Mother Nature?
Sure. It's my most recent graphic novel. It was written by Jamie Lee Curtis and filmmaker Russell Goldman, and it's a horror story about this town at a creek in New Mexico that is ravaged by an energy company, and it upsets this Navajo spirit, of, and the spirit inhabits the daughter of someone who was killed the company, and she seeks revenge on all those responsible. So it's very bloody, and it's definitely some of my best drawing, I think. Right, Colin?
I agree. And this one's from Titan Comics.
That's right, from Titan Comics, and it's available wherever you buy comics.
All right, let's talk about Penny.
And Penny, I think, is probably my best known work. It's about my house cat, Penny, and her existential angst as trapped in our apartment. It's essentially a collection of gag strips, 150 pages. It's available from Chronicle Books, and you can get it wherever books are sold. There's a sequel coming out this October called Tucker.
All right. Myself, I make a zine about comics, canon, articles, reviews, kvetching, what have you. Yeah. So myself and a few other collaborators put this together, available at canonzine.bigcartel.com. I feel like I've said this now a couple times, but very soon we'll have a website, maybe even by next week, canoncomiczine.com. And all of our work will be available to buy on there, print on demand or digital version. So we're excited about that.
When's the new issue coming
in? God only knows, but it is getting close. Canon number 7 is getting very close. So it's just a matter of us fitting things in between our day jobs and lives. But the insides are all done. They just need to be, last couple things need to be laid out and put together. But hopefully, I would love it to be out by the end of April. So that'll probably be the goal. And we've already got a jump on number 8. So we may have that out by the summer. So
exciting news. Yep.
Too much enthusiasm about comics to hold us back, you know. All right. Well, let's jump into number 8 here.
Let's do it. Right. I love this cover.
Yeah.
You know, I've mentioned Steranko a lot as a, like theorizing about Sim's influences in the late 70s, and I feel like it's on full display here, man. Or Ditko. I guess Ditko, Steranko, psychedelic groupiness. Right?
Yeah. No, I see that for sure. So, I don't know where he would have gotten the all the curving stuff on this cover. But yeah, the real 70s psychedelic look. And also using all the color holds, which I think is this the first time he's done this.
What do you mean color holds?
Well, just he has all this color with no black line really.
Oh yeah. I think you're right.
Using tones. Cerebus is the only sort of black line figure.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was drawn in ink, but then like printed. I mean, maybe he had like an overlay of like Cerebus, but yeah, you're right. This is the first time he's used that technique. And then like the titles not even legible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just the simple line. But then there were the two eyes at the top, which is an interesting
Right.
choice with like the two bits of red. So
It's an odd choice, don't you think?
it is, yeah,
It's kind of hard to make out.
yeah. I know it doesn't it doesn't really make sense actually.
No.
You know, like why would he add like the red to like the eyes? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. But
we'll
I mean,
never
he's
know.
already playing with obscuring the logo. Also a Steranko trope, right?
Right, totally. But yeah, you know, aside from that, very well designed. So again,
Mhm.
displaying his intuitive knack for composition.
Yeah, for
So
sure. And I've mentioned a few times before about things looking almost like animation cells. Um, and you mentioned an overlay or something for the color. I mean, this definitely looks like a Cerebus animated movie cell, just one
yeah,
character
yeah,
floating on top of a background.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure he's probably very conscious of that. You know, like having it look like that. You know, again, just with the conceit of the story, just the aardvark in the land of humans. You know, being like
Yeah.
an outside.
Do you think Bakshi was an influence on him?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, how popular was Ralph? Like those movies. I mean, like back then.
I mean,
Like, did they get?
it would have been
Like, what did they?
post Fritz the Cat and stuff, right? So
Yeah. Right, Fritz the Cat was mid-70s, right?
yeah, early 70s maybe.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of Bakshi movies, but they all kind of blend together for me in terms of I'm not really sure when they were all coming out, but um,
Yeah.
seems like something he would have been aware of, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you know, Bakshi is he always had that foot in the comics world, right?
Sure. All right. Okay. So yeah, we got the note here. It doesn't say note from the publisher or anything, but
Yeah.
um,
Okay. Okay. And I
go
will
for
read it. It's editorial number 8, and for once I have plenty to tell you about. First of all, we are going to have to reprint issue number 1. For those of you who can't get it where you are, ask your friendly supplier to start making inquiries. It will have a new cover as well as something special inside it besides the story from issue 1. Our circulation is up over 4,000 now, so things are starting to look up. Some other big news is we've been invited to 2 out-of-town, actually out-of-country conventions. Dave's got more information on that on the letters page. Our special, the Aardvarkian Age, is a real in-depth history of Cerebus and the places he travels through. It won't be ready for a while yet, but when it is, I'll let you know. Michael and Dave have been compiling quite a lot of information, and it should be really interesting, included are 3 original Cerebus stories in text form with original illustrations by Dave. These stories should shed some light on the reason for all those times that mistaken identities have made Cerebus' life so interesting. That's about it this time around. It seems to me that it's time to settle into your comfy chair and catch up on your and my favorite aardvark and his newest adventure, Denny.
all right.
Do we know if the Aardvarkian Age
Hey,
came out?
I don't think I've ever seen anything about that.
Okay.
So yeah, if there's somebody watching who knows this, please let us know. I'd also want to know, was the reprint of number 1 ever done?
Oh, good call. I thought there
I
was
don't. Is there?
I believe so. Um,
I'd like to know what the something special inside besides the story is.
hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. So, yeah, any information of any Cerebus diehards out there would be welcome.
Yeah, totally.
But because as far as I knew, he only did reprints of, he did the biweeklies, he did the Swords of Cerebus stuff.
Right.
But he usually kept the reprints pretty meat and potatoes,
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look into my brain, which is full of holes, but I like swear that there was like a second printing. But yeah, what this something special is, like, who knows? I also want to note that the circulation has doubled,
Yeah.
since then, which is like pretty good, to be like a year and a half in, and you're already at like double what you started at. So clearly, the series is taking off.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of people would kill for 4,000 copies now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That just seems impossible for a self-published title to get that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it speaks to the kind of rudimentary distribution system that they have with like Phil Seuling with the Seagate, and I guess like that's it, right? That's the only one. Yeah. So
yeah, Bud Plant maybe.
Oh, yeah, and Bud Plant, right?
Probably Bud Plant.
Yeah.
I'm looking at an old Overstreet price guide. This thing's probably 30 years old, but it was and when I look under Cerebus number 1, it says 2000 print run, most copies poorly printed. Then there's a note about the counterfeit edition.
Okay.
But there's no mention of a second printing here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And you could get a Cerebus number 1 for $350 back then near mint.
Wow. Damn.
So, those days are long gone. So I don't know. Who knows? If there's someone who knows differently, let us know. But
yeah, please do. And about the Aardvarkian age, I'm curious about that. If it's just text with like drawings,
Yeah, I assumed it would be almost like RPG supplement type material, right? I mean,
right. I guess if he's working on it with Michael Loubert,
yeah,
the map maker.
That's right. What are they? Cartologists?
Yeah, right. Cartographer.
Cartographer. That's right. Okay, so we're into the first page here. Day of the Earth Pig.
That's right. So the cover was no joke. He's definitely like leaning into the psychedelics with this issue, and it's like a real delight. I like these two pages, like next to each other. And like the first page with Cerebus like falling into the jaws of the monster. It's like very effective.
Yeah. Great monster mouth.
Yeah.
And I think this in that first panel, this is like a callback, right, to the last issue where he was on that spider web that looked like bones.
Yeah. It's a big rib cage.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, this monster here, this snake mouth, is pretty great.
It is, yeah. And I like the new technique in the background with like the white paint, splatter.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, he's so great with illumination.
It's true.
Yeah, just any kind of technique to do flames or candles or bursts of light. He's
all over it.
That's like his most developed visual ability is doing that.
Yeah,
he can do that from the very beginning.
It's true.
On this next page, it's going full throttle. He's kind of several different environments.
Yeah, he's like in Jack Kirby lands right there.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. This panel here at the bottom, where he's, I don't know what sort of material he's supposed to be landing in.
Like a parachute.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? It's for sure what it looks like. But it's visually looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's kind of McFarlane-esque, you know.
I had the same thought. Yeah, that's
Right?
very interesting.
Yeah. It's just like the line. It's like a similar line, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a great call. That's what it calls to mind for me too.
Mm-hmm.
And all these wonky panel layouts he's doing, where the grid connects, but it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, it's that like curvy S shape in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can see like the joy, or like sense the joy that he had like drawing it. You know.
Yeah.
And I like wonder if he just, you know, sketched like the panels first before he, you know, had like the bones of the storytelling
Mm-hmm.
in place. So
yeah, and I you know, Cerebus's eyes in every panel are different. He's
that's
really
true. Yeah.
he's really dialing in on the aardvark expressions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's the exciting part is like how the character is really evolving, you know, in such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, and so this next page, he's still, you know, struggling in this dream state he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But then we go to reality, I guess. We get the white backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, his the field looking stuff in this panel down here.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to be snow or not, but it always looks like a wheat field or cornfield or something. And then
the rows.
yeah, so he's in a delusional state. He's has an infection from a wound.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys, the Kniptons, are trying to hold him down. They're, you know, yeah. And then there's just this pompous shithead as the boss.
Right.
He's the king. He's the king's son.
Yep. The Lord.
Yes, the Lord. And he's talking about, well, we'll just turn him into a bathrobe.
Right.
After we'll give him full military honors and then turn him into a bathrobe because Cerebus must have been fighting for these guys.
Right. Although don't they know that his fur stinks when it's wet? I mean,
I guess they don't mention that here, which it certainly, if this is snow, it would be smelling pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you're right. As a bathrobe, that would be a horrible choice.
Right. It's bound to get wet.
Yep.
But maybe that's only when Cerebus is alive that it smells bad.
Maybe so. Yeah. He is a magical being.
That's right. Got to keep that in mind.
So anyway, this Lord guy is you know, sort of delusional cokehead, you know.
Yeah, the white powder, where's that?
Yeah. Give me a large bag of white powder of the gods to aid me. I wonder how much of that was direct influence from whatever Davison was doing at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it was the 70s, so
that's true.
Oak was everywhere.
And yeah, so he eventually is going to wander off here, and we're back to Cerebus in this nether region.
Mm-hmm.
Or wherever it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we go back into his head.
Yeah. Yeah. And so now we're going to alternate on these pages. Part of it is, you know, him struggling against these whatever they are, bonds, I guess. And then meanwhile in the real world, he's been restrained.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are talking about, hey, maybe we can get rid of that Lord guy and use this guy as the puppet leader.
Right.
Which in this issue, it's a very thin plot, but to me, it's notable because it's the first time we see somebody thinking I can use Cerebus as a figurehead.
Yes.
And that will become such a major part of the series.
Yes. Yeah. He's the ultimate patsy,
Yes. Or at least people think so. It doesn't ever seem to work out for them that way. But
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love this panel though. Up top here. All these different expressions.
Yeah, it's great. I know jumping ahead, but later in the issue, he in the letters page, he talks about his influences a little bit, and he does name check Kurtzman and Eisner, and I feel like you can see that influence.
Yeah.
Here, I mean, especially like Eisner, right? Didn't like Eisner do panels like that?
That seems right. Yeah, I think they're both pretty obvious here. I mean, Kurtzman, this issue has the most sort of verbal gags, I think. If you don't count the accents and the Foghorn Leghorn stuff that he does with Elrod. But
that's true. Yeah, there are jokes on every page, it seems.
Yeah. So yeah, this next page here is just pretty much this doctor and this captain talking about their plan, and he really uses the Star Trek "I'm not a doctor, I'm a"
right,
like 4 times on one page.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that was a little more fresh back in 1979, but somehow I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It definitely is dated, I mean, nobody under 50 will get that anyways, unless they're a Trekkie. It was probably more in the culture, in the mainstream culture.
I'm sure.
The monoculture.
Yeah, for sure. It's just I was surprised how ham-fisted it was.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah,
I do like the faces in the 6th panel, like the middle panel on the bottom on the left.
Yeah.
So, I feel like there's like a virtuosity now. He's like really absorbed like that Barry Windsor Smith technique, but he's taking it. So he's like making it his own, like in a real way, So.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting figures, and they're actually just distinguishable from each other.
Yeah,
they're not very interesting as characters, but
no,
especially the doctor.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like still making like throwaway stories, but
yeah,
it's getting there.
Also, in like these, you have the one panel with the guy pointing here and banging his fist, and then the other guy is clutching his hands. I mean, these are really overwrought. I don't think he would do something like this, a few years later. This is very much like 70s Marvel kind of,
right.
Post Kirby kind of posing, right?
Yeah, like Starlin or something, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then, in this next page, Cerebus is still he's wobbly. And now this captain guy is kind of telling him, oh, you need to go to this campsite where their enemies are and take care of them. One thing, we've talked about this before in these other issues, but anytime he has black as the background or dark backgrounds, the pages just really sing, it's almost disappointing to me when we get these middle panels, where it's light. And I guess I'll be really curious to see when we get further down the line and Gerhard comes in. I think he'll make these kinds of pages way more interesting. Just the backgrounds will be so much more full and balanced and well designed and full of interesting things to look at. Whereas now he does, and don't get me wrong, Dave Sim does a great job with all these textures. He isn't necessarily skimping, but just These a little bit, yeah. I mean, there's no environment past the tent, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
white.
Yeah. I know. I mean, yeah. On one hand, it feels unfair to
Sure.
chastise him for that, simply because he's on deadline and trying to build an audience. So, but yeah, I mean, it's there he does fall back onto his bag of tricks a little too often.
Yeah, I don't mean to knock him at all. I mean, I just mean, compared to how rich everything is later. This is like I said, I almost get disappointed by these outside shots with the white backgrounds.
I agree. There's a laziness there.
Yes. And then but I love the Cerebus on this page. This sort of drugged, irate looking figure here.
Right, confused.
Quickly becomes angry and he gets sent off. But
I love the top Cerebus. Like the expression on his face, like the hooded eyes. It's very like a subtlety to it,
he has the ears are back, yeah, and a lot of his ears are almost like a cat's, right? They like whatever they're doing really expresses what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah,
dogs too, I guess. If we have to give respect to dogs, we'll do that.
Yeah, those dog people. What do they say about dog people? They just want to be obeyed.
That's right. Yeah, suckers for unconditional love.
Yeah.
And then this next page, he's charging down towards this camp. Once again, pretty good looking campfire here, even though it's all very just minimally sketched out.
Yeah, that is effective with the figures too, like that.
Yeah, nice shadows and this circle of light. Yeah, and so Cerebus is coming down the hill, and for some reason, everybody looks like Elrod.
Yeah,
and he kills him anyway.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's a great insight.
Yeah,
like Cerebus's brain. Like how much he like really hates Elrod.
Yeah, and then this guy says, "I'm not Elrod," and he goes, "Oh, you're Red Sophia," and then he kills him.
Right.
Yeah. So he just slaughters these dudes.
Right. Yeah, that second kind of funny, like the silhouette. It's like a cool silhouette, but then like Cerebus's hand is just kind of like sticking out by his.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he chose not to silhouette like the sword in the hand. But
yeah.
I guess it probably would make less sense if it was black. Anyway.
It's true. It's this body with no context, you wouldn't really know what the hell's going on. So
yeah. I guess it's a smart choice, even if it's awkward looking.
Yeah. I like this panel on the next page of this captain walking through the carnage.
Yeah, the footprints.
New.
Yeah,
it's the first time we actually think it's snow.
Right. Although there's like the weird textures, like next, like those like dots, those like random dots. It's not really snow texture, but maybe it's like a thin layer of snow, and that's like the, like dirt and like rocks and whatever on the ground that's seeping through.
Yeah, and these blood splatters are definitely Dave Sim blood splatters.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he kind of does blood like nobody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, this guy comes. He he's happy. He says Cerebus is the infection has almost stopped spreading. I don't know how he knows that. And so he picks him up and walks off with him. I also like these 3 panels here with the guy's body.
Like in the foreground.
Yeah, the foreground. The background's a little awkward, the walk off, but I do like this body laying here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is really effective. I'll have to steal that someday.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So so now they've brought him back to the camp and they've chained him down. And they basically tell him they want him to become the figurehead guy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they don't tell him he's a figurehead, this text panel here is a real cheat. But the men are quite taken with your one-man slaughter of those 25 border raiders, and then they explain they dressed up some of their own people and killed them so it would look like an even bigger slaughter. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. Were you gonna say something about this panel here?
Oh no, I mean, I feel like it's a necessary cheat, just to condense that. I mean, I'm sure there's like another way to like have Cerebus explain like what he was doing, but I feel like there's like a lot of information that he has to tell this guy. And that's just like a good way to do it. But it is the annoying thing about Cerebus, like later on, like how he does lean into that storytelling technique a lot, and to the point, like what is it? Not Form and Void, but the one after where it's just all like text.
Yes,
but we're getting way ahead of ourselves.
That's true. Yeah, we'll hopefully see that develop more fully, so this guy's, this captain is telling him, basically, I see a day all Caniptans will unite, a day when we will again live in our sacred homeland, and golden statues will be raised in our honor. And then there's this gag at the end. Anyway.
And also, and like Cerebus says, I can see a day when you're put away in a rubber room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
a modern joke.
Joke. Yeah. I love that though. I mean, it's almost like breaking the fourth wall.
Yes, it is, especially since in this text panel, they say they had to explain what a doctor, an infection, and a fever were to Cerebus.
Yeah,
but he knows what a rubber room is, so
right.
Yeah,
Cerebus's knowledge about things. I mean, I do the same thing with like Penny. Like Penny is like aware of like all kinds of things.
True. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. So.
But then blissfully unaware of.
Right.
A cat that lives with her. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So then the next one, talking about why they want to go conquer this land, and which is a diseased, impoverished place. And the reason why to capture them is for Canipton ideals. Might makes right, might for right, might for might, right for might, fight, fight, fight.
Yeah. Right. Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah. So, once again, kind of a goofy gag. I don't know if it quite lands. But whatever.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately the series is supposed to be a humor comic. I mean,
Sure.
it is a parody. So you do have to, use all the tropes of that to like make it make it work.
Yeah, he gets so much funnier that some of these early gags just seem a little forced, but This is still better than the "I'm not a doctor" joke, so I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, at least inspired.
Yeah. And so he's still talking about how he'll be revered as a god, waited on hand and foot, and then the lordship is coming, so they hide Cerebus under a box,
Mhm.
and these guys are waiting for him.
Right.
This seems like a real Dave Sim page, though.
Mhm.
The oratory and the I don't know, just the posing of the figures, everything's pretty confident. I do like this kind of starburst around this guy's head in the bottom left panel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
right. It's like a throwaway panel, and yet he uses this almost like Jesus effect.
yeah. It's like, I mean, it seems unnecessary in a way. I mean, like you would do that to like so the figure wouldn't blend into the background,
Mm-hmm.
But like because of the way the hair and the beard are drawn, they're like dark enough that even if he extended that hatching, like I don't think that would happen. So
Yeah.
odd choice. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I do like the panel next to it with the half silhouette and
Yes.
Cerebus's eyes illuminated. That's really well drawn.
I agree. And I also like this panel up top here on the right side. The guy holding the curtain, his shadow, I just think it's a really nice looking panel.
Yeah. With like an eyeball necklace.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I would like Dave Sim to explain all the various necklaces and jewelry that's used, including Cerebus's own, I guess.
Right. Yeah. It has a life of its own.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay. So the lordship comes in. He's high as a kite, of course. They tell him that this robe is what they've made out of Cerebus. And he puts it on.
Right.
Yeah.
Then board to get chocolate gruel.
That's right. And this joke, "You were too kind, your lordship," and he says, "I know, it's my only flaw." That's a real Dave Sim joke for me. That's something we would get later on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very Oscar Wilde.
Yes.
Well.
But yeah, boy, he's really going for it on these pages. All of this background, these hatch marks he likes so much. I like him too. I pretty much love him every time they show up. But yeah, this whole spread here is just, it's texture crazy.
Yeah. I know. It is. I mean, he's definitely like one of the pioneers, like in that, like just adding a lot of like gray. Like I mean, I can't think of anyone else. Well, that's not true. I mean, I guess like a lot of the underground guys did that, but this is like particular to him. I guess it's just the abstraction of it. I mean, like in the 70s that like really hatched things. I mean, I guess would be like Crom or like, or like the Freak Brothers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just using like a lot of gray tones like that, like with a pen. I don't know. I mean, like, can you think of any one similar?
No, not really. I mean, you said Crumb and Shelton. Those are the ones I think of too as having really full pages. Really going for it with the ink and the Crumb and his hatching everywhere. But yeah, it's amazing the amount of work you put into these pages for what are basically just dialogue pages. But you've got wood grain, this stuff in the background. It's just I mean, all the stuff in the background, Jesus Christ.
True.
Yeah, just going crazy with it. And he does this on this page, he does the head burst thing again for this guy.
Right. That clunkiness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as effective, like it's kind of sloppy. Like,
Yes.
I don't know. Like, especially at the top of his head there. But yeah, I'm starting to quibble. So.
Yeah, like this hand down here looks great, right? It's a real kind of Gil Kane hand. But the head and the face are a little wonky.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, we're quibbling. You and I both, I think, are very impressed by this guy, where he's at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff looks. I like this Cerebus panel here with the silhouette looks fantastic.
It does. Yeah.
I like this hand in the bottom panel here, just the black hand. It's totally unnecessary, but I just kind of like it.
Yeah, it is unnecessary, but it's very sinister. That it's effective in that sense.
So basically they're telling him that they can't kill the leader. He needs to do it. And then they also tell him, here's the other side, which is that if you're offered and you refuse, you'll be disemboweled by the troops. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
So you wish Cerebus to take over from this moron? That's such a good line. But yeah, I mean, he really livens up these dialogue pages.
He does, yeah. I know. It's like a lot of it is inspired. Like, you can really tell that he's, really starting to have fun with it,
Yeah.
I love the panel, that big panel at the bottom with all the fists in the air.
Yes.
It's very cool.
I bet he worked really hard on these hands, don't you think?
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. All the erasing that he must have done.
Yeah.
At the stage. Like, get it right. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it is interesting to think about. Like, this is like Cerebus's first taste of, like, kind of power in a way.
Yes.
So,
yeah. He mentioned in a previous issue maybe raising an army or something. And in true Cerebus fashion, he sort of just stumbles into having one handed to him. But this page here really surprised me when I got to it. It immediately makes me think of Church and State.
100%. Yeah.
And I had no idea. I mean, I've read these, but it's been so long since I've read these early issues that it was like reading them for the first time. And I had no memory of there being a prior example of him standing up giving these overwrought speeches.
Yeah.
Yeah, this panel here in the middle with him, I just really like his hands and
yeah, it's a very impassioned.
Yeah, pretty terrible cape though.
Look at that.
Yeah, real kind of Count Duckula.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit. Just
yeah. And he's got this weird chainmail stuff on. So no sign of his medallions. That never seems right either.
Yeah, but again, it's the batone that he uses.
Yeah. They tell him perhaps you have some words of inspiration, and he says, "Don't screw it up, or Cerebus will have you all flayed alive." Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Perfectly on brand.
Right.
But once again, things get better when he goes to a darker page. For me, He's in bed thinking about his escape. Knocks out his guard and takes off, but kind of like this crack here. That's
it's like discovered like the splatter technique in this issue. White. Now he's using it with the ink. So that looks good.
It's good.
And I see him like developing as well, like the face and like the half silhouette. Like that's such a Dave Sin panel. Like the hatching accent,
Yeah, no, it looks good. Even just something like this smack here in the second panel. Such a comic booky bit of sound effects, but it looks great.
It really works.
And then this last panel, him running in the snow, looks fantastic.
With it kicking up a little bit. Yeah, that's the first panel that actually looks like snow.
Yeah, it really conveys it, what he's dealing with.
Yeah, good texture.
And so then he gets a little bit and he stops and he starts to kind of do the math that they pledge loyalty to him, not the commander. But if he left, they'll kill him. So he does the math in his head and decides, he's going to go back. But it's a good excuse for him to do these different. None of these reactions really seem to be related to what's going on in the captions, but I still like them.
How he looks when he thinks long enough.
That's right. Yeah. Once again, the ears doing a lot of the work.
Right.
His eyes and ears are what really tell the story, since he pretty much always has the same mouth expression.
That's true. That's a good point.
This frown. So he walks back to the camp and runs into this guy that he knocked out. And to sort of get out of it, he starts doing the chant, might makes right, might for right, might for, whatever, fight. And that's it. If Cerebus is supposed to lead these loonies, someone is going to have to explain all that gibberish to him.
So he's decided that he's going to live a life of comfort,
That's right.
So.
As the king to a bunch of nuts.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. He does the fin here to, for the end. But this is the first issue where it hasn't really had an end to it. This is clearly going to continue in the next issue.
Yeah. I did note that as well. It should say to be continued.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't do. I wonder what the reasoning was for that. If he just like, well, that is the finish. It's where I stopped. But but you're right. It just should say to be continued. He's clearly going to wake up in the same camp. I assume. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but
I haven't cracked issue 9 yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. So he's gonna be. I assume he's gonna be dealing with these nuts again. Whereas all the previous issues basically had him wandering off from something. There was a clear end to that particular story.
Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe this is the start of it just being like a long story. All the previous ones were standalone. I mean, there are overlaps with Elrod, but
sure,
but not like a linear story. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you could come into each one, figure it out.
Right.
Here's our map again. Still, like 9 issues. Was it issue 8? So it's probably like 7 issues running. It's appeared. Number 3. It appeared in 3 through 10. There's a little helpful note here.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So just in the biweekly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So 2 more multiple casts.
2 more. Yeah. So memorize Ocean Sea because you might
Ocean.
forget that later.
Yeah. My favorite.
That's right. All right, and then Aardvark comments. Once again, an artist has sent him a piece of, kind of fan art, and it's Fred Hembeck.
Yeah.
Are you a Fred Hembeck guy?
Nah.
I definitely am. He was in Marvel Age, Marvel's propaganda magazine.
Yes.
He always had the 2-page spread in the center, and I always read them. He also put out a couple of one-shots from Marvel. One was it's like Fred Hembeck Destroys the Marvel Universe, which is, I won't say it's good, but I read it over and over and over again when I was 12.
Yeah. That's funny.
So yeah, I'm a Hembeck guy. I like that he exists, that he's just sort of this fandom guy who appeared in tons of places and somehow got into Marvel.
Yeah. Was he a bullpen guy?
No. He's just a regular guy. Like I think he lives in like Woodstock. He's just a guy who loved comics and contributed to fanzines, and eventually Marvel published them. Originally, that Fred Hembeck Destroys the Marvel Universe was going to be Jim Shooter Destroys the Marvel Universe, but it was delayed so long that Jim Shooter got fired, and they just turned it into Fred Hembeck. And
I thought you were gonna on the nose.
That's right. Yeah, post satire. And he also became, because of him reusing the character Brother Voodoo in so many of his strips, he sort of became associated with Brother Voodoo. And I want to say at one point he actually drew a straight forward Brother Voodoo comic where he actually drew like in a real style, not his cartoony style, as just like a kind of interesting one-off. But anyway, that's probably enough Fred Hembeck. But he's another guy associated, and the fact that he's already like that Sim knows who he is. I didn't know if Hembeck was around this early. I thought he was like an 80s guy.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
Yeah.
Well, did you do stuff for heavy metal, or am I just confusing it?
I don't know.
Where, man?
It's possible.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, he used to have a pretty active blog and things like that. He doesn't do any of that anymore. And he was always active in Comics Buyer's Guide. But I think now he might just kind of be retired, and that's about it. But he also sells. He does little sketches and sells them on eBay, and seems to do pretty well doing that. So
really, wow.
Yeah, just like little sketch cards, like little, he'll do like little simple drawings that he colors, and they'll just be of various characters, and he always has like a few dozen at once on eBay, and they just kind of keep selling continuously. I bought one from him a few years ago. It's it's his character. So it's like little trading card sized piece of art. Anyway, shout out to Fred Hembeck, the kind of fan that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wow, I have a whole new appreciation. Thank you for me.
Well, what did you think about the letters? Anything jump out to you?
Well, I guess, I mean, it's just the two letters, just the one from Fred and then David Wooten, but like the one about the like notes about the conventions that he's doing, the one in Al and the one in Atlanta. It seemed like from the introduction that Denny was saying that it's the first time they came to the States. Is that true? To like do a show? Maybe
for a show, probably. I mean, it's hard to imagine they wouldn't have gone to Detroit or something. They were right across the.
Yeah. No, I meant like professionally, to like do like a comic show.
I think so. Atlanta is a pretty long way to travel.
Yeah, it's true. I know. I wonder if they flew.
They must
Probably.
have. They must have.
Jimmy Carter country.
That's right. I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all. Just showing the expanse of like the popularity, just showing how it's growing. So and I love all the glimpses into what's going on in the scene at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, these two conventions that I'm sure don't exist anymore,
Definitely not.
definitely not, right? And but it's pretty cool. This self-published guy from Kitchener was able to go into the States and do a couple of conventions.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what the Albany one was like, but Atlanta's a big city,
right, yeah, AtlantaCon. I know. I wonder what tables cost back then.
Yeah, $10 or something.
Probably $10. Yeah. Remember, like the first conventions I did, um, like Central Massachusetts, like there's one in Framingham that I did, and they didn't have much guests. It was actually like Paul Ryan was like one of the guests. Was it no
Okay.
Paul? Like the guy that did Fantastic Four all those years.
Yeah, Paul Ryan.
Yeah. I just realized that he has the same name as that douche, like who was the
Yes.
for the house. And Romney's running it. Like he was like the guest, but anyways, like tables were like $50, and that was like 1995.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they were $10.
All right. Well, there's another
Anyway.
issue of Cerebus down.
Great.
We'll be back for number 9. Do this again.
Do it again.
Okay. All right. Thanks for everybody for watching. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks,
See you
everyone.
soon.
See you soon.